Hello friends, welcome to my channel on Dynamics 365 F&O solutions. This is session 26. Here I'm going to continue to discuss the product information management module, how to create a product master that uses constraint-based configuration technology. In the earlier session, I had stopped at a point where I had created the product configuration model and I had tested it. And there are a few more steps left out. And after doing that, I will be using this product master in a sales order creation. So let me go back to the application now. So this is what, before I go there, let me summarize what we have done so far in the earlier session, that is session 25. So for those who are new to this video, feel free to watch my session 25 on how to create a product master that uses constraint-based configuration technology. So this is where we stopped. We stopped at a point where we tested the configuration model. Now I need to make sure that it is usable in a sales order transaction. So we had created these 9 steps in session 25. Now what we are going to do is we have tested this. Now I have to enable it, activate it, and make it available for sales order transactions. So let me do that. Please hold on while I change my scope. Okay, so here I am in the product configuration model. We stopped at a point where we now tested this. So these are the bomb line that I added, and we tested it at the as an end point in session 25. Now let me go to the model. Okay, I want to add a version for this. So I'm going to create a new version. In that, I'm going to select my product master number, which is 45, and let me give the date as Jan 1st, starting from Jan 1st, ending December 31. Okay, so I want to approve this, approved by select this person. I'm going to use the default values which is available. I can also create my own user. So since it is available, I thought I'll use this. So now it is approved. Now I have to activate, as a next step, I have to activate this. So I have activated it, but I want to show you a cost-based pricing method is cost-based. What does it mean? Cost-based means it is based on the cost of the BOM line items. Okay, the price of this product. As we know that this product master has got BOM lines. It comprises of 5 or 4 line items depending on the model that I'm going to choose. So the cost of now all the BOM line costs are added, rolled up, and then the sales price is calculated based on the roll-up cost of these BOM lines. Now, instead of using cost-based pricing method, which means based on the cost price of the BOM lines, I want to use attribute-based, because this is more dynamic in this version, that is the configuration-based technology, because it dynamically allows me to set the sales order line item price depending on the attribute that I'm going to choose during my sales order processing. So this is why I want to show you how to use attribute based pricing method. So I am saving it. So what I'm going to do is I want to, before I start using attribute based, I'll show you how to let me approve it once again to make sure that I don't lose anything after I change the pricing method. So it is active. Now I want to go back and then add a pricing model. So I already have added this. I want to use that. Attribute based. So I had created 2, cost based and attribute based. So here is now the attribute based line item that I'm going to use. So I'm going to edit it. So in that, what I've done is I have used the base price of 900,000 for the base version of the car, and then depending on the attribute that I'm going to select, my prices are going to change. So, for example, if the model is India, I'm going to add a price of 200,000 over and above 900,000. If the car model is USA, I'm going to add 500,000 over and above 900,000. And if I need sunroof, I'm going to add 200,000. But the sunroof has got a no multiple condition. Let me show you what condition is that. So this is the condition I have already. This condition I have already used in my attribute. If you recollect, in section 25, I had used this condition. Now I'm going to use this for pricing also. Same condition, I'm going to use it for pricing. What is the condition? So it means that if the car interior is so interior is nothing but the solver name, as I explained in section 25. Solver name is the label that is important for the system to understand that, okay, interior means it's a label which is already defined in the attribute constraint tab. So I need to remember that interior is a solver name. So system automatically understand what does interior mean here. So now if the interior is with sunroof, or if the interior is India, the car model is India, and if the engine type is turbo, add this 200,000 is the condition that I used. Okay, so this is the expression language given by F&O. So there are many syntaxes possible. We can play around this depending on the business rules. So that we can add complex expressions, conditions, but this is the simplest scenario I want to share. And you can try with other complex, solution in expressions and conditions also. Okay, so this is what I have done now. So these are the prices that are going to be added. Now let's validate this to check whether the conditions or expression rule that I created is valid. So it says the model is valid, no errors found. It means that whatever pricing and expression rule that we have created is valid. Okay, now let me test this and see how it calculates the price. So look at this. It has added and it has come out with a price for the product master, that is for Honda City. It says it is 1.4 million in Indian rupees. Okay, now here is the option that I already discussed. I should select this always to make sure that the operator or the sales executive who is using this model does not make any mistake. So that's the advantage of show only feasible. So what does it mean? It means as and when I change this drop down values, it will show me only the feasible values under the dependent drop down fields. And it will hide the one which are not feasible. For example, let me show this camera model. In camera model, I can select any value. It is whether it is lane view, rear view, or front lane view. The price does not impact. Okay, so I'm not given any condition. If I want to change the behavior, I can add a expression rule here and then say if camera model equal to front and lane, I can add some 10,000 more here. So automatically my price will go increase by 10,000 here. But what I've done is I kept it open. So I have not added any expression or condition for this attribute. So remember, all these 4 fields are called attributes of a product configuration model, and using this, I'm playing around. Using this, I can control the sales price of my product master. Now let me check this. So I'm going to use with sunroof. So the price does not change. So now what happens is with when I select with sunroof, automatically my car model is selected as USA. And similarly, when I select without sunroof, my car model is automatically selected as India, and the price also changes. Now look at it, because with sunroof it has added I you know it'll add 200, 200,000. So here now it is reducing the cost, so it shows 1.1 million. Okay, now look at it with sunroof. Without sunroof it is India. Now here it shows only one model without sunroof, because it is hiding the USA model, because I have used show only feasible. If I uncheck this, it will show USA, but it'll give me an error. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so I now have now uncheck this or disable this feature, show only feasible. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select with sunroof. It shows now USA. Now what I'm going to do is, this is automatically set by the system. This is what we know configured in the conditions and constraints in the session 25 that I discussed. Okay, now let me try to invalidate this. Now what it says is India is not valid for cars with interior that needs sunroof. India model is not valid. If I select it, it'll give me an error. The model is in contradiction. So in order to avoid such scenarios, the best practice is to enable this switch, so that the system automatically shows only those that are no valid. So now let me check this button, and then here what happens is the engine type I'm going to use basic. Okay, so it shows 1.6 million. Okay, it has added all these costs and it is showing 1.6 million. Now if I change it to turbo, let me see whether it changes. No, it doesn't change, because as long as the the model is USA, it'll keep adding all of this, and then it will show up this value. Okay, now let me change this model to, okay, now let me change this to without sunroof. Let me uncheck this, refresh it. It should actually show okay, with sunroof. Let me come back here again. Okay, now let me test it. Okay, I'm going to use without sunroof. So it is choosing India model, which is valid, and then um, if I want to choose a engine type turbo, so look at it. Okay, if I choose engine type turbo, it is raising the cost of the product, or the sales price of the product, because this is where I given the condition. The condition is that if the sun roof is if the interior is with sunroof, or if the car model is India and engine type equal to turbo, include these 200,000. This is why no, the price has increased by 200,000 here. Okay, so this is the way to test the no product configuration model. So we have tested it. So I can also add some what do you call template to make it more what do you call user friendly. Low template is basically I can create a user interface, better user interface for this. I can add some change the captions, labels here, and then make it more no user friendly, look more user friendly. So I'm not going to do this. You can try it on your own. And view price breakdown. It is going to give me the price breakdown. Let's see whether it okay. Okay, it is showing a file. So I had to open this. I'm not doing this now. Okay. So I can go and check the price breakdown in Excel. I can do that. So this is how it works. Now let me close this. Okay. Now what I have to do is I have to go and check my product master. Okay. Let me see how it has come up in my product master page. Okay. Product master, release products. Okay. Now, I told you that I need to check whether it has created. See, now look at this. It has created one configuration and it is saying default. This is the default configuration it has created. So, meaning that I have not used it at all, okay, so far in any transaction. So that's why it is created a default. So this is the default setup, which is going to be created as soon as I now create the product configuration model. Now, let me come back to this a little later after I create a transaction. Okay, now let me open a sales order transaction screen and then create a new sales order for this. Okay, so I'm going to use this customer and I'm going to set it as sales order and site is Chennai site. I'm going to use this Chennai site. Okay, these are all the basic things I should. I'm not using warehouse and other stuff here because it is at a site level I configured. I've created this. Now let me okay, save this. Okay, item or category must be specified. Now let me add a product master here. Okay. Um, so it shows the unit price is 950,000. Where did it pick from? Let me show you this. It has picked up from the no release products, I guess. Let me show you release products. Okay. So it is picking from this place 950, 9.5 million. Or 950,000. I'm sorry, 950,000. This is where it is now picking this unit price. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this. I'm going to configure this product now. Okay. Let me, for this, I have to use this product model because I had created a product model. Remember, this will be enabled only for configuration based, no, product master. This will be disabled if I'm going to use a product master that is dimension based. So because this is a configuration based product master, this line will be enabled. This menu item will be enabled. Now let me configure this. So, okay, no price model matches the current selection. Click price model criteria to define or adjust it. So what I need to do is I need to go to this price model criteria. So this is where it, let me do that and come back here. Okay. So let me go here. Let me go to product configuration model and price model criteria. I need to create this and let me add a new and then no. Okay, here price model. So I need to use, I said I need to use attribute based. So order type, this is, I'm going to use it for sales order. Okay, so valid from, I can select August 1 to never expire. Okay, so this is what is the error that, or the warning message it showed up when I, you know, click the configure line. Okay, now let me go back to the sales order line. Okay, now again, let me check a configure line. So now it is not showing up that error. So this is what is the a price. This is a screen that will open up for the sales executive to control the sales order line price. Okay, now so the base price is of 1.4 million because it has picked up the front view. These are the default values I had set up in my no product configuration model setup. So it is picking up front view, and also this is the default no meaning interior finish with sunroof. Now, and the model also accordingly, the system has, because I have selected the default as with sunroof, it has selected USA model. Now, if I change this, okay, to without sunroof, and automatically the car model is changing to India. So now look at it, it is 1.1 million. Now, if I want to select basic, okay, the price remains the same because the price is going to change only if I'm going to add a turbo engine type and no car model as India. Now let me check this and change it to turbo. So the price has changed. Okay. Now let me press OK here. Okay. So now it has not changed the value here. It is because I have to update this using another line item feature called now I had to update line. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Chennai. Okay. And then I'm going to use quantity. Okay. So I need to use this production order here because it is based on the production order. Now I need to create a BOM for this. It's already there. Okay. It should show the BOM here. So let me now. So it should actually fetch um, a different value because I've used product conflict model. Now let me delete this and add it because there could be some buffer no issue here. So it always good practice I mentioned earlier. It always whenever I make some changes no in the setup no it is better to delete the line item and reinsert that because I made some changes in the setup. For example, I created a pricing, added, included a pricing criteria. So let me add this, delete and add this product master again. So, so this is my line item. I have included quantity is 1. It is showing 950,000 by default because I showed it is fetching from the sales cell tab, fast tab of the release product version. Okay. Uh, Now let me save it. Okay. Now I want to no, configure this line after adding this. So what I'm doing is I'm configuring this product master. This is going to be done by the sales executive. By default price is, if you look at it, this is based on my product configuration model. It is 1.4 million. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a turbo engine. So the price is 1.6 million. I'm going to select this, press OK. So, and so then our price has changed now. Unit price has changed to 1.6 million. Earlier it was 950,000. So it has changed to 1.6 million. So this is how now you can dynamically control the sales price of your sales order using the constraint based configuration technology. So this is the highly flexible. I can change this unit price automatically based on the customer's choice. Okay, so I just want to share this. However, if you do it using a dimension base, there is some uh, you know um, a restriction here. I do not have this amount of flexibility like I have it in my um, constraint based product master. Let me add one more line. Okay, and I'm going to use the same product master. Okay, the quantity is same. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some changes here. What I'm going to do for this line item is I'm going to select a different combination, configure line, and instead of India model, I'm going to use, sorry, US model, I'm going to use India model. And India model, now I'm going to use the basic version of engine. So it is 1.1 million. Going to press OK. So it is showing the now the sales prices change from 950 to 1.1 million. Now let me add one more. Now same for item 45. Now select save it and then let me configure this to the customer's choice. I'm going to say I don't need a US version. I need a Indian version. Um, so I'm going to use without sunroof. Automatically, the model has changed to India. But here I'm going to use a turbo engine type. So now it is 1.3 million. Okay. So select this. Now look at it. Same product master 45 with different flavors, all controlled through the product configuration model. This is the flexibility advanced feature provided by F&O product information management module um, using constraint based configuration technology. Okay, so I have worked in other products. I haven't seen this feature in Fusion, Oracle Fusion apps. Also, if I recollect my as far as my memory goes, I haven't seen this feature. So this is the a good feature which we can now share with our customers and then add more. Or importance to this feature when we are implementing a F&O from scratch, especially for a organization that uses manufacturing module and now sales purchase inventory models. Okay. Now I want to show you one more um, feature here. If you remember, we created this product master that uses dimension based. Okay, let me add this dimension based. So this is a dimension based configuration technology product master. So here it is showing a value of 1.16 million. This is a different product. Now, here what I have to do is I have to now select it says configuration must be filled in. So it's giving an error. Now what I should do is I should go to the product line item. Okay, let me go to configuration, go to product, and here I need to pick the configuration for this. So if you look at, we created these two models. So I created the same, no, product master with a dimension based technology. I wanted to show you how the flexibility is more in constraint based when compared to dimension based. Now look at it. I'm going to select India by default, India here. Okay. So I'm going to press OK. So the cost remains same. Okay. So even if I select a different now version here instead of India, if I want to select US version, okay, I'm going to select US version. So it is a USA version. I expected the price to change. It is not changing. I need to check this. I think it is not supporting. So as far as my now setup I have done so far. So this is the now difference between constraint based and configuration based. Now let me show you one more thing. Now that I have no selected the respective configuration, I want to show you now the different configurations, product configuration that has been created because of these three now different product variants. So actually, it is a dynamically built product variant. Okay, because there is no restriction to the number of product variants you can create. Whereas here, if you look at there were only two variants. One is the India version and the USA version, like I showed you. Now, let me go back to the product dimension page of this product master 45 and show you what has changed. Okay, go back here, product dimension. I'm in section, master for product master 45. Go to product dimension. Now look at this. It has created so many different configurations. So each configuration is based out of or transactions created in the sales order. Now transaction. So all these three, while these three no line items has been added, whereas it has created more than that. So it is giving me a number 188, 189, 199, 1. And the default one I showed you that this is the first step before we started using it in transactions. Okay. So now this is something not readable. Okay. How do I change it? I don't know what is this configuration at all. Now, how can I make it more readable? That's where I told you I'll come back here. In order to make it more meaningful, I can do two things. One is that to look at it. What happens is if you keep on creating no configurations, or it is actually basically a product variant. The product dimension group is configuration, and it is these are all the different variants for the product master. Even though it is same, no, it is creating every transaction in your sales order. It keeps on creating a different variant, or it is called configuration here. Now, I want to restrict it. If I keep on adding more and more configurations, unnecessarily, it's a redundant entries, no? Because I'm going to pick up, it is possible that I pick and choose the same attributes for 50% of my sales order line. So what happens is it will create 50 different configurations. In order to avoid this, I can set up a parameter so that it reuses my configuration if it fits into my no criteria that I already selected, and the configuration has already been created for that. So how do I do that? So in order to do that, I should go to now product configuration models. Okay, and go here, and this is where I need to make some change here. Okay, what I do, I say reuse configuration. Okay, so it means that whenever a similar configuration has been done by the sales executive, and that if that configuration setup is already available in the system, it reuses that. It's not going to create a one more number or configuration for every transaction. And the second step is use configuration nomenclature. So what does it mean? So it means that, okay, I can make it more meaningful. How do I do that? I can add my attributes as a label, and then say create the configuration model based on these attributes that I've selected. So look at it. So what I've done is I've added three attributes: attribute value, car model, interior. um, interior finish, engine type. So these are all the attributes I have included. Now, if I use this, product nomenclature based, configurations, it will create a configuration that is more readable. Okay. Now let me go back. So this is reuse config. I have set reuse configuration. I have used the configuration nomenclature. So this is what I have changed now. Now let's see how the product configuration model uses this now setup to create new configurations. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. Okay. Okay. Now let me delete this or okay, it's okay. Now let me add a new sales order. Okay, select this customer and um, actually I can change this in my setup. The default order type as sales order. I have not set it up. I have not come to sales order module so far. So that's why I'm just giving you basic things. While I get to the sales order processing model, I'll show you how to set up this in the sales order module walkthrough. Okay, and so I'm just using the quick stuffs that are available by default. So this is what it is. I have created, I'm going to create a new sales order. Okay, and here, let me add the same product 45. Okay, quantity is 1. So again, it is showing 950. Let me update this. Okay, configure this line. Remember, this configure line is available only for configuration based, product masters. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show only feasible. I'm going to use without sunroof. So India model. I'm going to use basic. Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay, so it is showing 1.1 million. So I'm going to save it. Okay, now let me show you one more thing here in this. Okay, I can see what components have been selected. So in order to check that, what are the components selected for this configuration? Okay, composed of tree. So these are all the components that have been selected for this configuration. It has selected the standard, it has selected the infotainment, rear parking, right-hand steering. So now, if I change the configuration, automatically the BOM lines will change. So this is one thing which we can go and check if the different BOM lines have been selected and if it is as per our condition that we added in our setup. Okay. All right. Now let me go to the product master page. Product master release product master page. And go to session 40, product master 45. And then see the product dimensions here. So now look at it. So here it has created a meaningful name. It says India without sunroof basic. So how did it pick from? It picked up from the product nomenclature that I use nomenclature for creating a configuration. So this is the advantage, meaning that rather than just seeing some random numbers, it has created a and configuration based on the parameter that I set, and it is giving a name. So I can understand this configuration means that it is an India model car without a sunroof and with a basic engine type. So that's the advantage of using the feature um, product configuration, product configuration models. Okay. And use configuration nomenclature. So if I don't use it, it will show me only the numbers. It will show me only mere numbers, which is less readable. So what I've done is this: in order to use a better naming convention, I um, use configuration nomenclature, and I showed you that I can add some attributes, and then based on the attribute that I select in my sales order screen, it has created a new configuration. And I said reuse configuration also. So what happens is next time when I'm going to use the same no attribute selected, it is going to reuse this India without sunroof. It will not create now n number of configurations, and it's an overhead on the system. It's a waste of no data space. So in order to avoid that, these are the two options given by F&O. It is better to use this and make use of the feature to the advantage of customers' business requirements. Okay, thank you so much. This is the end of the configuration-based, constraint-based configuration technology demo. I hope this was useful. Always feel free to add your comments and stay tuned to my channel. I look forward to seeing you soon in the next video. Thank you so much again. See you. Bye.